Hey everybody, all my Facebook family and friends. I just wanted to come on because it's been a while since I have gone live with the holidays and everything. I just have let it get away with me. And as you know that have followed my journey, public speaking is a big thing that I work towards overcoming. So here I am going live for you guys. And if you are tuning in with me live as well, I want to just welcome you. Please let me know that you are. Say hi, say where you're tuning in from. It's just always good to know that I am not talking to myself. Um, but what I did come in here to discuss today while my kids are watching one of their favorite shows and dinner is cooling off, my husband is working late tonight. So I thought, you know what? This is the perfect time. I'm just going to go ahead and hop on and chat with you guys about something that has been on my heart that I have found myself able to overcome. And I just want to share with you 7 tips. I think it's 7. Yes, 7 tips that I have to help you with your new year. As a lot of you know, I do not push having resolutions. I'm all about progress, not perfection, making things more of a lifestyle. And in turn, that will lead to the results. Hey, Jessica, glad you're tuning in live. Thanks. I'm just so glad you're here. I'm glad you could make time this evening. I know it's usually a lot of people are out and about at this time of night. So I'm very grateful for anybody that is able to make time to be here with me tonight. I just so appreciate that. That's so nice of you guys just to tune in and plug in with me. But I'm a dreamer. I'm a visionary person. I have always been someone that has set goals for myself. I desire things and I believe that things are possible if I work hard for them. I believe that, yes, I am a Christian and I believe that God has a plan for each and everyone's life, but He doesn't just give it to us. He requires us to be the hands and feet on this earth and actually put in work to reach our goals and to reach what we desire. He does give us that free will, and I'm not gonna, preach to you guys. It's not what I'm here to do at all. Really, I am just here to talk about resolutions and how they can lead to actual results. And what I really just want to say is that I don't know if this has been you or you can relate with this, because this was definitely me, where each year I would set a resolution for myself and I would set the same one the next year. And I would have little to no progress, or it would get worse. And I just felt like, I don't even want to set resolutions. I don't want to set goals anymore, because every time I do, I feel like a failure. I'm losing confidence. I'm feeling crappy about myself because I just keep screwing up. I keep not doing the thing that I say I'm going to do. I keep messing up. I keep just not hitting the mark somewhere. And usually they are in a couple areas. Like, I find that the majority of all resolutions have to do with either money or your health and fitness, right? I want to make more money. I want to pay off debt. I want to do something like that in the new year, or I want to achieve this health and fitness goal, right? So is anybody have any of those? Does anybody relate with me? I'm glad, Jessica, that you definitely understand this and that I'm not alone here with this, because I really believe it's a real thing. I believe that so many people struggle with it, and it is something that is definitely, it can be overcome. And I have definitely found a way to overcome it. And I'm here to share with you that tonight. And it won't take me long, because I know that you have busy night and I want you to get back with your families. But I want to just let you know first and foremost that it is about progress. It's about really just being kind to yourself on your journey. So if you have a goal for yourself, you definitely don't need a new year to hit that goal, But New Year's are always I love New Year's. They just feel so fresh, and it just feels like a fresh start, even if I don't need a new year to set a new goal. But so the new year, and having this, and it's now like 5 days in. So what you can do to help you is to really have a plan in place. A lot of people will say, I want to lose weight in 2018. Well, you really need to be more defined with your goal. You need to really have it clearly mapped out exactly what that looks like and how you're going to execute it. How are you going to pay off the debt that you want to pay off? Hi, Crystal. Glad you're able to make it and tune in live. Thank you. But how are you going to pay off that debt? Do you have a plan in place? Do you have because you can't be broad with your goal or resolution, whatever you want to call it. You can't be broad with it, because the more broad you are, the more likely you're not serious. You're not really serious about achieving whatever it is that you want to achieve. It's not really in your heart. When you hit the new year, something that you really want to achieve, if you're not willing to get serious with yourself and sit down and say, look, I need to really know my goal. Like, I need to know exactly what I want to achieve. And so that is my number one tip, is to definitely have a plan, and have a clearly defined plan, something that is not very broad, just I want to lose weight, or I want to just pay off all my debt. Well, how are you going to do that? You really just have to have that plan in place. And then I encourage you, I just read this book, and actually I'm thinking of two, but I read this book called It's Finish, and it talks about how so many people start things and then they don't finish. And what really helps me with finishing things is setting benchmarks. And I've seen it with so many people that I've mentored and worked with as well, that the benchmarks are so key. That's why we have non-scale victories that we celebrate with each other in my groups and my mentoring groups. And you can do that with anything that your goal is, but just having weekly, monthly, tangible goals, so that you're not just saying in a year, I want to hit, wait, are you wearing a bracelet to support police? Just curious. Actually, these are hair thingies. And then I have my Apple Watch on. So no, these are just really cute, like, hair thingies. I love layering things, but I'm not in support of the police. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. But yeah, these are just hair thingies. I don't have bracelets on. I love layering like hair thingies. And then they're just so handy because I'm always having my hair in a ponytail. And I like to have them so I'm not always looking for hair thingies. My daughter wears them down her arm too. But yeah, so yeah, sticking with it is definitely just a struggle, Jessica. I'm right there with you. So making it really defined and then setting those benchmarks is really, really key. Like celebrating those small wins, those small victories. Like, I want to be down one pant size. I want to have more energy. I want to feel better. I want to be able to fit into my wedding ring again. I want to be able to buy my birthday in, 2 months. And that's not when my birthday is. That's just an example. But just setting those weekly, monthly goals. I read a book, and it's called The 12-Week Year. That is an amazing book on goal setting. And it talks about setting goals that are done in quarters. So you're not setting a yearly goal, because in a year, a lot of us, including myself, can be procrastinators. And I used to be so bad about that, where I wait till the last minute and then I crush it. Like, I put in everything to finish it. I don't know if you remember, like in school, where you would have a project due and it would be like, oh my goodness, I've known about this project all year, but now it's due like the last 2 weeks of, before it's due. And then it's like, it's grind time. Like I'm going to get this project done. I'm going to work so hard and I'm going to finish this project. Well, when it comes to paying off debt and resolutions like that and losing weight, you can't just crush it in a week. You can't just, grind and pull all-nighters to hit that goal. It isn't possible. So, like really, it's just not eating kale, that is just not possible. So to overcome it, you can look at your year in 4 quarters. So that way it will be easier for you to achieve it. So you can look at a 12-week period as a year and set your goal that way, so that if you don't achieve it in that 12 weeks, you can set it again in another 12 weeks, so that by the end of the year, you have actually achieved that goal that you have wanted you've been setting over and over again for years now. And you can actually feel amazing, confident, proud of yourself, and know that you actually crushed that. So break it down. And then 3 is really having priorities. Like, you have to set your priorities. A lot of times you can, start something and not stop something else. So you're not being very realistic with yourself. And a lot of people like myself, I've been known to not have much gray area. I'm all or nothing. Like, I'm all in, especially with this. Like 5 years ago when I said I'm going to do this, I started with, I just want to help one person. But I was all in my heart. I was all in, and I've been all in since. So it's, a lot of people think of things as all or nothing, and then they quit, and they're not realistic with themselves, and they don't set the priorities that this goal is to them. Like, if it's really a priority, what do you need to give up in your life so that you can achieve that goal, so that you can start whatever it is that you want to achieve this year? So priorities is another good one. And then having and knowing who's on your team, having some sort of accountability. I know that has been by far the best thing that has ever happened in my life, is having a community of amazing women to be there on this journey with me to keep me accountable. So that way y'all work together. But all have this goal. You have shared your goal with people, and you can know that we're on this team together. We're working towards this goal together. We are, and you're not alone. I know that accountability a lot of times sounds icky. I know for me, I don't like, people breathing down my throat. I think of like accountability as like a manager being like boss and bossing me around or something, but accountability is really not like that when it comes to this. It is really personal, and it's just about meeting people where they are. It's not pushing people into something that they don't want to do. It's loving on yourself and others, and just encouraging each other, and being just, bold, and being that gentle, friendly, loving reminder of, I love you. You really wanted to achieve this year, but not, beating someone over their head with a stick if they mess up, because we all are not perfect. I mess up. We're all human, if you're, I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, nobody's perfect. So knowing that up front, and knowing that you're going to make mistakes, that you can be easy on yourself and have other people around you to love on you and tell you it's okay. It's okay that you fell down. It's okay. What's important is not to give up. It's to get back up and to keep going, not to give up on yourself, to know that you're worth it. You're worth this time, this sacrifice, this beginning that you started. You had this goal for a reason, and you're meant to accomplish it. You are loved. I am here for you. Like, having that support is so awesome. It's so fun too, like friendly competitions, loving on each other, just knowing you're not alone. Because so many people have similar goals as you, but a lot of times people feel like it's taboo to talk about it. I don't know. But really, there are so many people, and if we would just take it one day at a time, yes, like Asia said, day by day, step by step, if you would just take it one step at a time, day by day, with a community, and know that y'all are in that together, then you're more likely to succeed, because you have loving people that are there to say, you know what, I'm not giving up on you, even if you feel like giving up on yourself right now, even though you're going through a hard time, because life happens. I still love you. I'm still here for you, and I'll always be here for you when you're ready. So, knowing who's on your team. 5, skills. What do you need to learn to accomplish these resolutions or get these results when it comes to your finances or your health or fitness? What do you need to learn? What do you need to educate yourself on? What skills maybe do you need to develop, especially if it's like a business goal or something like that? What do you need to pour into in yourself so that you can be equipped? And a lot of times it can be your mindset. You know, it's really hard to reprogram our mindset to achieve certain goals when it comes to our health and fitness or our finances, because those things are a lot of times generational. It's stuff that we have learned from our family and their family. So just knowing that there are skills that you may need to focus on so that you can get those results and achieve those goals that you want to achieve. Does anybody relate with this? I hope you're finding value in this. Definitely, you know, if you're tuning in live, show me love. Let me know you're here. I just greatly appreciate that you guys are just plugging in and showing me the love. It means so much to me. So that was number 5. And number 6 is to learn where to make adjustments when needed. So sometimes you need to make adjustments in, like, for example, making time to do certain things at certain times, or maybe you have to say no to certain things for a period of time so that you can achieve those, you know, whatever that goal is and get those results. So setting adjustments and being okay with that, and being willing to ask and learn from other people, being teachable and looking to other people that may have achieved those goals and asking them, how did you do it? I want to learn from you. I'm really open-minded about this because I'm serious about making change. I'm serious about this for me, for my family, because we are worth it. My family's worth it. I know I'm worth it, and I've got to figure out a way to overcome this. So that is another big one to me. And then time priority. Time is either your best friend or your worst enemy. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. It doesn't matter if you are, you know, someone like Bill Gates or whatever, or I don't know. I'm just thinking of, like, on TV, you know, any famous person, they have the same 24 hours that you do. There's no difference in time other than the fact if you're intentional with your time or if you're not. If time is leading you or if you are leading time. Are you in control? Are you planning your time appropriately, or are you wasting it? You can easily, like, as soon as you set a goal, I don't know, this has happened to me every time. I feel like when I set a goal, something pops up, and or, you know, a resolution, something pops up and it wants to stop me. It wants to, like, distract me from that goal. It wants to just show up and distract me from whatever it is that I want to achieve. And it is that moment that you have to make that decision on what your priorities are. How serious are you about the resolutions or the results that you want to achieve? So knowing that, you know, you have this time, and sometimes you need to delegate certain things so that you can achieve what you want to achieve. You have to make small sacrifices to achieve it. That you know, whatever it is, there are certain things you may have to do. That's something you have to personally figure out on your own, and just not wasting time, not getting bogged down by it, and just knowing that you can do it. So that was my daughter, Kayla. Oh, there she is peeking in. Um, but I wanted to share all of this just to tell you guys that you can have massive transformation this year. And I want to see that. I want to see all your progress. I want to hear about it. I believe in you. I know you can overcome, and this can be the best year for you to do that. Whatever that goal is that you have for you, you can absolutely do it. Those are my 7 tips on actually crushing your results, getting those results and your resolutions, and really just setting those goals, being intentional, and knowing that you're meant for success, that you are worthy of it. Your family is worthy of it. You matter. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. If you are watching this as a recording too, I want to thank you as well. And please comment below. I will come back in. I may not be seeing all of them right now as I'm live, but I will come back in and respond to each and every one personally. So if you have any questions for me, or if you need help, or you want to figure out a strategy in some way with your resolution or goal, it doesn't have to necessarily be health and fitness related. I'm here to help you. I am not here to pressure you into anything. I'm just really here to love on you and to answer any questions you may have, or to ask you some questions that may help you in figuring out how serious you are about, you know, your resolutions, and if they're really something that is realistic for you right now. So again, I hope that those helped you. If you didn't hear them, go back and listen. Take the notes that you need. Let me know how if it provided value to you and what you thought. And thank you so much again. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bye, everybody. Yeah.